Hello everyone, this is Vidyashree, Maths faculty in Tala Padmavati International School. Today, let us see Chapter 3 Data Handling of Class 7. This chapter is given as a project for you. So, first of all, what is data, children? Yes, collecting information is called as data. Next is raw data. So what is raw data? Data mostly available to us in an unorganized form is called as a raw data. Children, if I ask you the marks of PA2, for example, if I asked the marks of PA2 examination, then randomly you are going to say your marks. So that is not in an organized form, that is not in an order. So that data which I collect is called as raw data. Grouping data. So after getting the raw data, we need to group the data in an order. The data regarding the choice of subject showed the occurrence of each of the entries several times. Suppose children, if your exam is for 100 marks, then I want to see the students, how many students got the marks between 0 to 20, 20 to 40 and 40 to 60, 60 to 80 and 80 to 100. Suppose if 4 students got the marks between 0 to 20, then I am going to represent it in the form of a tally marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 20 to 40 marks 9 students got. Then I am going to represent it as 5 members as 4 lines straight and 1 line cross, that represents 5 students, and remaining 4 lines shows us that 4 students are there. So totally 5 plus 4 is 9. So this is called as a frequency distribution table. After getting the raw data, we are going to group the data in the form of frequency distribution table. Next is bar graphs. A display of information using bars of uniform width with their heights is called as a bar graph, children. So here if you see in the example, the horizontal line is x-axis and the vertical line is y-axis. And here we need to take the scale on the y-axis, that is 1 centimeter is equals to 10 lakh turns. Children, this is the example where they are showing the rice production in different years. So if you see on the x-axis, there they have given the years, and on the y-axis they are representing the rice production in the lakh tons. So that is the reason we took 1 centimeter is equals to 10 lakh tons. If 2 centimeters we take, then it will be 20 lakh tons. So children, in the year 1970-1971, there is a 108 lakh tons of rice production. And when we come to the year 1975 to 1976, there is 120 lakh tons of rice production. So every year it is increased. If you have seen in the 86, 87 and 87 and 88, when you compare with the 83 and 84, the rice production was small decreased. It is decreased. And once again, if we see in the last one, that is in 1989 and 1990, the crop production, that is the rice production, is 184 lakh tons. So in this way we are going to represent the information in the form of a bar graph. There are the rectangular bars if you observe. So this is nothing but a bar graph. Next is a double bar graph. Children, a bar graph showing two sets of data simultaneously. Then such type of graphs are called as double bar graph. So here children, if you see in the example here, on the x-axis we took years, number of years, and on the y-axis we took students, that strength of the students. So pink represents girls and green represents boys. So here, as if we represent the same with the blue color or same with the pink color, we can't know the difference between the boys and girls. So if we see here, in the year 2005 to 2006, there are 30 girls, and green color, if you see, it's nearly 60. So there are 60 boys. And when comes to the year 2006 and 2007 academic year, the girls were increased. Okay, so there are 50 girls and maybe 55 boys. Okay, when we come to the year 2007 and 2008, there are mostly 45 girls and 50 boys. So in this way we can represent the data in the form of two sets. In the same graph we are going to represent it. So this is called as a double bar graph. Now let us know about mode, median, range and mean. Mean. What is mean? The sum of the observations divided by number of observation is mean. Mode. What is mode? The observation that occurs most often is called as mode. And median is the observation which lies in the middle of the data after arranging the data in ascending order or descending order. Range. The difference between the highest and the lowest observation gives us range. Now let us see an example how to find mean, median, range and mode. So children, here is the data given 30, 15, 25, 18 and 12. For this data you need to find mean. So how to find the mean? Mean is equals to sum of the observation divided by the number of observations. So see children, sum of the observations means 30 plus 15 plus 25 plus 18 plus 12 divided by number of observations. How many observations are there? 5 observations. So it is divided by 5. That is equals to 100 by 5. When it is divided, you get the answer as 20. Next, finding the median children. To find the median, first you need to arrange the data in the form of ascending order or descending order. So here I arranged the data in ascending order. So that is 12, 15, 18, 25 and 30. If you see the middle observation, that is 18 is the middle number. So the median is 18. And the next, the range is the difference between the highest observation and the lowest observation. So here the highest observation is 30 and the lowest observation is 12. So 30 minus 12 is 18. So here the range comes 18. And children, what is mode? Yeah, the mode is the observation which occurs most oftenly. But here if you see the first data, that is 30, 15, 25, 18, 12. Here the observation is not repeated to say the mode. That is the reason I have took the other data, that is 30, 15, 12, 20, 25, 15, 20 and 15. So here mostly which observation occurred more number of times? Yes, 15 is the observation which occurred more number of times. So here the mode is 15. So children, your project is to take different examples and to draw one frequency distribution table, one bar graph, one double bar graph, and the other example to find mean, mode, median and range. So these four are projects for you. Thank you. Tala Padmavati International School.